There are two parts of the brain that deal with incoming stimuli, the neocortex and the amygdala. As visual, auditory, or any other sensory stimuli hits the brain, a signal is sent to thalamus, where it is translated in language the brain can use, and then is sent on to the neocortex for analysis, prior to response. If the content of the signal is emotional in nature, it is also sent to the amygdala, which is the emotional processing center in the brain. The neocortex analyzes the information, including the emotional signal sent from the amygdala, and creates an appropriate response. The neocortex represents the executive function of the brain. If you have ever watched Star Trek, then the neocortex is represented by Captain Kirk. He asks for the feedback from Spock, the factual center, and Bones, the emotional center, and he then makes a decision, based on his evaluation of that information, along with his own intuition. That all works fine, unless the incoming signal is highly emotional, and signals stress or fear. In these cases, there is a back pathway that leads directly to the amygdala, from the thalamus. The speed of delivery from the thalamus to the amygdala is faster than that from the thalamus to the neocortex. So, when a signal of distress or alarm is sent out, the amygdala springs into action and responds without benefit of the analysis performed by the neocortex, and even before the neocortex knows what's happening. It's more of a knee-jerk reaction that is fully emotional in nature and based on pieces of information that may be inaccurate. In short, a meltdown is the result of the amygdala sounding a red alert, based on information that may be faulty. Sometimes that can be helpful if there is an immediate threat that requires action, such as a saber-toothed tiger chasing you. But for the most part, it's like an inflammatory reaction based on fear or stress, without the benefit of first checking to see if the situation really warrants that. Once an autistic child is in meltdown mode, he really cannot be rational. He needs time to come down from the intensity of the reaction and gain some calm and composure. There is absolutely no point in trying to talk through a problem with a child that is melting down, nor is it helpful to blame or criticize him for the reaction. You have to turn your attention to how to help the flame go down and get his brain back into some kind of balance. For information on how to prevent meltdowns in children on the autism spectrum, please visit myaspergerschild.com.